Even though an individual faculty member may be displaying on multiple lists, there is a way to add some customization to the information that is displayed on the list itself. So again, this is what we consider to be a display of a list. This one is our faculty members A to Z. So all of the fictional staff members in one spot on one page without any tabs to filter out their specialties. So on this view, on this list, Doogie Hauser we have is a department head. His phone number is 123-123-1234, and his email address is howie@fake.com, and his description lists that he's the youngest licensed doctor in the country, blah, 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 then links off to the bio. If we then turn our attention to the fictional staff by department page, and this could actually be on a completely different website, but we do try to keep our fake lists contained to a fictional setting, a sandbox setting, so our training site is where we're doing this. If we were to find Howie, or Doogie Hauser, excuse me, on this list, it's a little bit different. We have his title as Young Television Doctor. He is displaying that he's in the Department of Pediatrics. His phone number is different. It's 321-321-3210. And his email address is also different, youngmd@hospital.com. And finally, the description is different, which is a teenage genius deals with the unusual problems of growing up, etc., etc. So we chose for like little paragraph descriptions, but this could also be expertise. It could be anything within this WYSIWYG of a description. Within reason, you wouldn't want it too long because that does impact the display. Then it will link off to the full bio, and this is where you get the department head title, which is what was displaying in that first example I gave you. This is where you have his default phone number and his default email address. So really what this example shows you is that on the fictional staff by name, that is pulling in the bio fields, the primary title, the phone number, and the email address. But then on the fictional by department, we have edited and made the title different, as well as the phone number and the email address. And so I'm going to show you how you can do that. On the staff list, we have taken the time to click on Edit Listing on the person that we want to have different information on. And we've changed what was the default listing. It's either going to show up as blank or there may be some words in the field. If it's blank, don't worry, it's still pulling in from the bio as long as there's a published bio. And then we can type in things that override that information. Something to be aware of is that then any updates you make to the bio will not be reflected on that staff list because you've broken the link between the two. So you would then have to go in and edit the listing if the credentials change, for example, or if their name changes. Of course, then you'll have to also change the title if the title changes for that purpose. So in summary, you can edit how the information that shows up on the staff list according to your department's focus area. You might want to focus on a certain type of research that they're doing, or list out the ways in which they're contributing to your center, or maybe their research lab has a different title. Whatever the case may be, there are some ways to edit the listing, but then the bio itself will have the same information on all the lists that they show up on.